Welcome to Fraser and Dieter's Culture of Compliance podcast series, where we discuss compliance as a competitive advantage in today's marketplace. I'm Sabrina Serafin, partner and national leader of Fraser and Dieter's process, risk, and governance practice. Today, we're talking to Dexter Caffey, the CEO of Smart Eye Technology. Welcome, Dexter.
Thank you for having me, Sabrina. You know, my friends always told me I had a face for radio, so thank you so much.
Well, we're very excited to have you here because data security is arguably the biggest topic in the boardroom today. Corporate Board Member Magazine ranked data security as the single biggest concern for board members. One of the most common vulnerabilities is screen snooping. When someone visits your screen without your permission, and this is such a pervasive problem that in 2017, a study by the University of Munich found that 97% of respondents had suffered from some form of screen snooping. So today we want to take a look at the emerging use of biometrics in protecting data. The use of fingerprint technology has become increasingly affordable to the point that the latest consumer laptops feature fingerprint login. Dexter Caffey's company is taking biometrics to the next level, trying to address unauthorized viewing of documents. Dexter, could you tell us the story of how you decided to found Smart Eye Technology?
When I was in Israel a little over a year ago, I was at a cybersecurity event, and I noticed the gentleman who I was speaking with, he had his laptop open. And this was one of the cybersecurity experts who was getting ready to go up on stage and talk. And I just noticed that I could see his document, and I said to myself, why should I be able to see any document that's on his computer? So I said, what if we created software to where whenever I viewed any type of document that's on your computer, it literally would shut off because it would not recognize my face or iris.
Great. So I'm thinking of examples, working on an airplane, working in a coffee house, any public place. So describe to us how the application actually works.
The way Smart Eye Technology works is that the app must first be downloaded. And once the app is downloaded, you must first register your face, your iris, your voice, and your fingerprint inside the app before you can have access to anything in the app. After that is done, if you wanted to share a document with, let's say, a coworker or someone outside of the organization, they must first download the app, and then they must register their face, their iris, their voice, and their fingerprint. At that point, you can share any document that you decide to upload to Smart Eye Technology. Whether it's a PDF document, a Word document, you can then decide what level of security that you want on each document. For example, if you have a low-level document and you told the other person, well, just your face needs to be recognized before this document open, you just simply push the button that says facial recognition only. So when that document goes to the other person, immediately the document will open up based on recognizing the other person's face. If someone walks behind that other person as they're viewing that document, facial recognition as well as iris recognition will kick in and realize that the other person is an unauthorized viewer, and a notification will come up and the document will shut off within 2 seconds. In addition, the sender can decide if the user is allowed to edit the document, yes or no. Also, which Wi-Fi. In other words, if you're on your office's Wi-Fi, the document will open up for you. But if you go outside the office, the document will not open up for you. So you can determine which Wi-Fi can be used as well. Also, you can select the time limit, 24 hours, 72 hours, however long you decide for that person to have physical access to that document. And if they can have access to that document online or offline, you can determine that as well. So it gives the sender 100% control of the flow of the document.
Wow, this sounds like an enormous advancement in security for corporate security officers. So walk us through the highest level of security through this app.
The highest level of security through the app is the 4-level multi-biometric level. In other words, it's your iris combined with your face, your voice, and your fingerprint. And all those levels of security must first be accessed before you can take a look at any particular document that was sent to you. We also have an additional level of security. So if you try to fool us with your face or your iris, we have what's called blinking recognition. So the blinking that's coming from your iris, it must come from that particular iris and not any other one. So you can't fool us with a picture. It has to be literally the blinking from that eye. We also have another level of security for face. On the back of your phone, there's a camera, and you'll put your index finger on the back of the phone, and it'll capture your pulse. That pulse must also match up with the pulse in your face. So therefore, they have to beat exactly the same, or else access will not be granted.
How is this going to impact the way organizations are currently managing access to their data?
One of the important things right now that's going on is that a lot of times right now, most companies send data through email, whether it's documents, whether it's other reports, they send it all through email as attachments. And Smart Eye technology allows companies to send those documents through the app where they're not intercepted by hackers. And another advantage of Smart Eye technology is that this can't be forwarded or downloaded. It's always in the app, and so the person who sent you that document has the ability to say this can or cannot be downloaded, or it can or cannot be shared. So the sender of that has 100% control of that document.
Are you in the beta testing phase yet? And what types of companies will be involved in providing feedback?
The beta testing will actually begin in the second quarter of 2019, and we have a variety of companies, anywhere from accounting firms to the banking industry.
For the listeners who have a higher degree of security awareness, how is Smart Eye technology providing the users comfort that their personal biometric information is being protected by Smart Eye?
We are actually using cloud storage, so the biometrics are all encrypted and protected within inside of the cloud that we're actually using.
Since the idea of Smart Eye technology came to you, what types of challenges have you had going from concept to actually developing the end product?
Well, one of the challenges is that when we're currently developing the iris recognition, and each particular individual has a different iris, and your iris has 6 times more identifiable characteristics than your fingerprint. So therefore, even if you look at tribes in Africa, there are different tribes that have different types of irises, different shapes. So getting all of those different types of irises inside of the database, that's a challenge.
So what you are providing your users is more control around the document that is being delivered. Whereas right now, when we pass along a document, we may be able to encrypt it, we may be able to put a password on it, but we can't necessarily control where that sits. We can't necessarily control who that gets forwarded to. And so Smart Eye technology takes control over that document and gives it back to the originator. Beyond limiting who can view the document, you're also limiting the ability to print, to post, edit, share. This has been very great, very educational. Thank you very much, Dexter. I appreciate you being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
For our audience, thank you for listening to Fraser and Dieter's Culture of Compliance podcast. Please join us for our next episode as we continue to discuss transforming various compliance requirements into investments in your business.
Thanks for listening to one of Fraser and Dieter's branded podcasts. To learn more, connect with us on LinkedIn or visit us at fraserdieter.com and be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.